Hello, welcome to Astronautics for Exploit. This is Dr. Ayoshola Ogundele. Space community for large-scale emigration to space and reduction of population pressure on Earth. The focus points are as follows: space community and space community concepts. Presently, a new era of space exploration and space market is unfolding based on the proposition for the establishment of the in-space community by the private space companies. The space community, being planned to be a commercial hub that is highly cost efficient and formerly a sci-fi fantasy, is gradually becoming a thing of reality. The proposed space community, championed by space investors, and one of the major contributors to the future $1 trillion space market, is envisaged to be used for in-space manufacturing, in-situ resource utilization, space hotel, space tourism, entertainment, warehouses, and space fuel depots and cutting-edge research platform. Once the development of residential and commercial structures in space reaches fruition and the space community is established, the government space agencies, space tourists, and space migrants will serve as the potential customers. Examples of space community concepts are Amanudin wheel-shaped satellite, Garaoni Space Station, Space Base, Venice Mars Space Station, and Blue Origin Space Station. In 1928, Hamann published his book, The Problem of Space Travel, The Rocket Motor, where he described a plan for the establishment of a permanent human presence in outer space. He conceived a detailed design for a space station regarded to be the first space architecture which could be used as a space community. Within von Braun, the space station concept is aimed at being used as a refueling stop on the way to the moon. A rotating wheel space station, also known as a von Braun wheel, is a concept for a hypothetical wheel-shaped space station, originally proposed by Konstantin Sokovich in 1903. The idea was expanded by Amon Pochokny in 1929. In 1969, NASA proposed a 100-man space station called Space Base. The idea was to build a platform that would serve as a laboratory for scientific and industry-sponsored microgravity experiments, as well as a home port for nuclear-powered space talks to ferry astronauts to and from an outpost on the moon. Space community. Space community is a community of space enthusiasts, space tourists, adventurers, and a host of others, driven by shared and common ideas and curiosity with respect to space exploration, working and living in space. To bring positive change in the space community, inhabitants' socio-economic, environmental, cultural, religion, and political lives. Artist's concept of space colonization for space migrants is shown in this picture. Space community concepts. Various concepts of space communities have been proposed, and some of them are Amman Northern Wheel-shaped satellite community concept, Von Braun Space Station community concept, Garaoni Space Station community concept, Space-based space community concept, Venice Mars Space Station community concept, and Blue Origin Space community concept. Amman Northern Wheel-shaped satellite community concept. Amman Northern, an astronautics theorist regarded as an early theorist of modern spaceflight, and one of the founders of astronautics, is famous for his work concerning the long-term human habitation of space. In 1929, Amman Northern developed the idea of a large wheel-shaped satellite, similar to the space station in the movie 2001: A Space Odyssey. The picture here shows Amman Northern's depiction of a space station habitat wheel. In 1928, Hamann published his book, The Problem of Space Travel, The Rocket Motor, and there he described a plan for the establishment of a permanent human presence in outer space. He described the use of orbiting spacecraft for detailed observation of the ground for peaceful and military purposes. Description of the space station in Herman Norden's The Problem of Space Travel is shown in this picture. In his book, he described geostationary satellites, which was first proposed by Konstantin Tsiolkovsky, and discussed communication between them and the ground using radio. Norden dealt with issues such as weightlessness, space communications, maintaining a habitable environment for the crew, and extravehicular activity. Publication of the Herman wheel-shaped space station concept is shown in this picture. Norden's proposed design that consists of a 100-feet diameter dino-shaped structure for living quarters with an airlock at its hub. Norden was among the first to suggest a wheel-shaped design for a space station to produce artificial gravity, and also argued the scientific value of such a station in a synchronous orbit above the Earth. Northern space whale habitation is shown in this picture. Another space community concept was the von Braun space station concept. When the von Braun space station concept is aimed at being used as a refueling stop on the way to the moon. A rotating wheel space station, also known as a von Braun wheel, is a concept for a hypothetical wheel-shaped space station. With a von Braun space station in orbit is shown in this picture. The concept of a von Braun wheel was first proposed by Weaver von Braun in the 1950s as part of his vision for the future of human space exploration. He believed that such a station would be a stepping stone to the colonization of space. Rotating around its axis creates an environment of artificial gravity, which is critical for space habitats. A visualization of the orbiting von Braun rotating space station is shown in this picture. Von Braun described a majestic 250-foot wide wheel that will orbit 1,075 miles above the Earth. Von Braun's space station idea is shown in this picture. Gerard Onin proposed orbiting communities as a means of salvation for Earth. His concept gained support from NASA. Afterward, he organized a series of breakthrough workshops and set forth detailed plans in his 1976 book, The Iron Frontier. In the 1970s, Gerard Onin envisioned 100,000 person colonies stationed at the fifth Lagrangian libration point in the moon's orbit, like a gravitational eddy where things stay put by themselves. Honey cylinders, as illustrated in the Iron Frontier, is shown in this picture. Gerard Onin, in his submission, stated that planar clustering could be established across 30,000 kilometers of space to house 4 billion people. In Onin's vision, cable cars will connect communities spaced at 200 kilometers intervals. Single-family spacecraft, the minivans of the sky, will then act as recreational vehicles. Solar eclipse inside an Onin cylinder is shown in this picture. In 1969, NASA proposed a 100-man space station called Space Base. The idea was to build a platform that would serve as a laboratory for scientific and industry-sponsored microgravity experiments, as well as a home port for nuclear-powered space talks to ferry astronauts to and from an outpost on the moon. The proposal for the space base was to build and supply it with a reusable vehicle, a shuttle to ferry supplies and astronauts to space base over multiple missions. Space base concept is shown in this picture. Venice Mars Space Station Community Concept is another space community concept. The Venice Space Station in Earth orbit is a space station community proposition. It is being planned as a step towards the colonization of the Mars. The space station is designed to serve as a stopping point for air transport. Venice Space Station in Mars orbit is illustrated in this picture. Blue Origin Space Station Community. Blue Origin unveiled plans for a new spacecraft platform designed to serve as a multi-use, multi-mission way station, providing services that span hosting, transportation, refueling, data relay, logistics, and more. Blue Ring will serve as commercial and government customers with in-space logistics and delivery, including cloud computing capability for missions in medium Earth orbit out to the cislunar region and beyond. Blue Ring concept is shown in this picture. Blue Ring addresses two of the most difficult challenges in spaceflight today: growing space infrastructure and increasing mobility in orbit. Blue Origin plans to offer customers ability to easily access and maneuver through a variety of orbits cost effectively while having access to critical data to ensure a successful mission. The platforms will be powered by a hybrid chemical and solar electric propulsion system. Artist's impression of Blue Ring orbital service spacecraft is shown in this picture. For more information, contact Astronautic for Exploits. You've been watching and listening to Space Community for large-scale emigration to space and reduction of population pressure on Earth, presented by Dr. Ayenshola Ogundele, with the focus point Space Community concept. Thank you.